Hello guys, welcome back for another high level match of StarCraft 2. What I got for you today, it's an epic one. We have here none other than OLIVEIRA, the new champion of the world, the best there can be in 2023 for StarCraft 2. OLIVEIRA from China versus none other than Clem Le Baguette from France with the blue Terran. So we are going to have an epic match between two of the best Terran players in the world. It cannot get any better than this. So stay with me. My name is Keanu and together we are going to find out what is going to happen in this epic match. It's going to be a long game. And I cannot wait to emphasize the fact that we are talking literally about the best there can be. OLIVEIRA versus Clem. If you have any other opinion, who is better in terms of Terrans, let me know. Now, standard opening so far. We have here for OLIVEIRA with a barrack, with a supply depot, and for Clem, same. This is going to be very interesting. I'm more than excited to be here with you and together to find out, to watch and observe two of the masters in action. So far they are pretty equal. No surprise over here. We are talking about timings, and timings are very important at this level, and they know it perfectly. It's going to be a lot of mind games. Both players are expert at this, and a lot of scouting, a lot of shenanigans, a lot of everything. So thank you for being here with me. It's an amazing journey to be able to cast and to have your support, your feedback. It's also very important, so please let me know in your comments who would you like for me to cast next. What is your favorite player that you would like to see, and I'm going to do my best to find pro level StarCraft 2 games and together to see them for the first time. Already here we have a Reaper for OLIVEIRA. It's important to scout at the beginning of the game, not to find yourself in a situation, a dire situation where your opponent is doing something cheeky and you have no idea. So far so good, with another command center for Clem and one from OLIVEIRA. These are very interesting games that I like to cast, especially when we are talking about same race. It's important to understand that micromanagement of a battle is very important. This is OLIVEIRA's point of view, and here is Clem. So they do not have too much map awareness. It's obviously very dangerous to move away and you find yourself exposed, your base, like if you are in the middle of the map and your mineral line is attacked until you come back, too much damage. So both players keeping their units at home, but OLIVEIRA is the one more aggressive, sending in a different direction. Look at the Hellion here, just dancing, making sure to observe. Already two Reapers here, so it's easy for them to intercept and to have map awareness. These are strategic positions. But 3 is the lucky number for OLIVEIRA, and he's trying to do something with him. Does Clem have something? Only these units and the Widow Mine. And in the main base, nothing. He built this supply depot. Is not random. This supply depot is here to spot in case OLIVEIRA is using the cliffs to jump. This supply depot is going to give an extra second, which doesn't seem too much, but at this level, trust me, it's a lot. Already orbital commands are being used with mules. Mules are very good to supply income. This is the income advantage for the two players, now favoring OLIVEIRA. And here is the army size, favoring slightly Clem. Both players are using mules. As you can see, 2 here for OLIVEIRA, only 1 for Clem. So this is why we have a small difference in terms of income. But they respect each other too much to just attack. Now, I think that the Hellion was trying to bait the Widow Mine and the rest of the Terran units of Clem. Already here we have a Cyclone, we have a Raven. Nice combo here. And same, plus a tank for OLIVEIRA. What units we are going to use, I'm very curious. Obviously guys, try and learn if you can from these pro level games. Obviously it's very hard to pull off. But some ideas, why not? Like abusing these cliffs, and 3 apparently is the ideal number. Look how easily some SUVs are going down, and already we have a lot of units lost. 3 in total. For now it's good, like 3 units, 150 minerals, not bad at all. Oliveira lost 3 units, but this is just the beginning, the payback is here. Look at them jumping all over the map. 2 ravens. Ravens are very important units. They can reveal widow mines, and also, in case your opponent has a lot of tanks, you can make them useless. They have an ability where tanks for a while cannot shoot anything. And the lock-on ability activated for the cyclone. Oliveira a little bit greedy, already has the 3rd orbital command center in place. And Clem is just right now, so these small details are making a huge difference. Because the faster you put in place your workers, the more workers you have, the more income. Now, who is going to win? What is going to happen? So many emotions here in place. So the micro is extremely important. What is happening if you find yourself in the wrong place at the wrong time? This marine is dead. He was there just to spot. And now returning the favor. Oliveira with these reapers. Already one killed. SUV, not bad at all. Keeping here a cyclone for good measure. Also a supply depot here. If they try to jump, guess what? Nowhere to jump. A sensor tower already? Nice. Sensor tower gives you extra warning. Look at these 3 tanks over here. So they are deadly. Their splash damage is more than enough to deter any opponent to go back. Already a bunch of marines, so non-stop action. Just prepare. Look at them, 121 for Clem, 130 for Oliveira. In terms of workers, they are pretty equal. In terms of income minerals, same. When you see a little bit of a spike, it's all about the mules. So Oliveira's defense pretty good as well, with a sensor tower. Steam pack completed for Oliveira. And look at the ravens here. Already a missile tower in place, suspecting a drop. So when you play Terran versus Terran, it's very hard to, at this level, to outwit your opponent. It's all about details. What do we have here? A Lyot. What is a Lyot? Looks very nice. But here a random widow mine just to spot. Infantry level weapon 1 ready for Clem. Combat shield also. And now Clem is on the move with the marines here. Look at the missile turret just randomly put here. Apparently the map is Greece 1. Looks amazing. So going back after killing the turret. Now same thing is happening. Oliveira has his own units on the opposite side of the map, trying to again probe the enemy to see what damage. And look at the splash damage. That was a very good splash damage from the widow mine. So seemed random, it wasn't. Well done for Clem. Oliveira already pulling them out of the combat. Strategical retreat is called. And here we have a male Karak. Let's see the male Karak. Awesome animation. Very nice. So sensor tower, it's always good to have. One marine versus the rest. What do you think you are, Rambo? Go back. So how many gas? Refinery 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a lot of gas is going to be used this game. So that means higher tier units. And now Clem is on the attack, but already spotted by this marine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks here. Already scanned. Oliveira is on the defense, splitting his army in two. It's important to know where your opponent is, and look of the Clem army just staying slightly out of the range of the sensor tower. Now, is this going to be a drop? Medivacs full of marines. Vehicle level 1 already done for Oliveira in 3, 2, 1. And look at this engagement. Very good engagement here. Interference matrix activated, so making a lot of the tanks useless. But some of them still here. A lot of Vikings. And now splashing damage. It's very, very good. So what do you do if your opponent have more Vikings? You aren't able to use your advantage. Because no more air units for you. So excellent engagement for both players. A little bit of an advantage for Clem, but not too much. In terms of the army, 75 versus 64. 84 in terms of workers. Excellent defense from Oliveira. So this is going to be non-stop action, guys. Until the end of the game, we are going to poke at each other and use their minerals. Now steaming a bunch of marines here to try to kill a tank, and then immediately using the medivacs to get them back to safety. This is what I'm talking about, and Oliveira is taking advantage of this ramp over here, the splash damage of these tanks. Now trying to use the marines to steam forward. Yeah, the medivacs are in danger. There are a lot of Vikings in comparison. Yeah. No more sensor tower, so you do not know exactly what your opponent is doing. More ravens are here. So if you bring your own ravens, but your opponent have Vikings, so no more ravens. Now going back, sending a part of the army to the left, another one to the right. It's all about mind games. Trying to be where your opponent isn't, to surprise and to pincer. Now a scan revealing exactly what is happening. You need to scan when you play Terran versus Terran. That gives an extra edge to the tanks. And what do you do? Is it going to be destroyed, the planetary fortress? Yes. Yes, you cannot withstand the slaughter splash damage of so many tanks. And in the meantime, another shenanigan here. Two medivacs were sent by Oliveira, but these marines made them retreat as well. Yeah, what are you doing, guys? Go back, go back, go back. The SUVs are dead now. Now this base is destroyed, Clem maxed out, but also Oliveira almost. Now this next engagement, 3 tanks, a bunch of marines here. Now Oliveira is all in. Look at Oliveira. He does not care about defense. The best defense is offense. So Oliveira marching. What is Clem going to do? A drop in the Oliveira main base. And while this is happening, too many units here. Clem has nothing to defend. It's going to be a race base already? Wow. This is interesting. First game between these two awesome players. Already we are doing a race base. Base race. So many tanks. Yeah, lifting all the structures, moving in safer positions. So this is the main base for Clem. Is he able to defend it? A lot of damage here being taken. But 3 tanks versus 1, never a good engagement. And what do you do against the air fleet? Yeah, you lift your units, they are dead. Because of the Viking. You do not, they are dead because of the tanks. So wow, expanding again Oliveira. But same thing for Clem. So despite the fact that their main base are constantly attacked, they are able to recover. Look at the orbital command. Wow, what a game so far. Amazing. Hyper aggression at its finest. Now you have to land it too late. So Oliveira has the advantage of the air and Clem of the ground units. Now both players scanning, revealing a lot of the map. Look at their point of view. Luckily for us, we see everything. So yeah, this base is under attack. Can Oliveira protect it? Clem realizes it's better to retreat. Now they have a map split scenario. Clem has the right side, Oliveira has the left side. But what do you do against so many Vikings, so many Ravens? Tough decision, tough decision. With the interference matrix, if all the tanks are useless, a counter attack is going to do a lot of damage. And also remember, Ravens, if they have enough energy, they can also put missile turrets. And the turrets are very, very useful as well. Nice one. So trying to contain, but there are other bases. This one it's working, a lot of minerals left. The main base almost depleted. This one as well. Non-stop action as promised. Now in terms of income, favoring Clem heavily. In terms of army, they are pretty much the same. 150, 121 for Clem, Oliveira 108. Yeah, you have a lot of tanks, Clem, but what do you do against the air units? And each time you use a scan, the problem is less mules. So Clem has almost all the right map. Now trying a drop. No, dropping, picking them up. It's highly risky to put them all into medivacs if it's intercepted, and this is exactly what is happening. Yeah, you are risking all your units to die in mid-air. And now here, an excellent draw from Oliveira. Yeah, Oliveira has the advantage right now. He has way more Marines. Killing some of the structures, not bad at all. And the Marines immediately, yeah, retreating. And the medivacs are very useful. So non-stop action, scanning everywhere. And Clem is on the attack again. Clem is hyper aggressive this game against Oliveira. Clem versus Oliveira. Best of the best. Look at the Ravens using their abilities. Interference matrix, everything. Wow, as I suspected. So you have a lot of tanks, so what? So what? I have interference matrix. Half of your power is useless during the engagement. And Vikings now are landing in the middle of the tanks. Wow. Sometimes I have to be honest with you guys, I have this problem as well. If I stay too long, I find my opponent has landed a dozen of Vikings in the middle of my mineral line. And whoopsie doopsie, no more workers. So excellent use of Vikings. Sometimes they are underestimated. With upgrades, they can do a lot of damage to air units, and they can land in the proximity of tanks. If there are no more Marines, we are going to immediately be able to destroy them. And now this is a battle between two tanks. Wow. So I think I'm going to cast more and more Terran versus Terran. They are not disappointing us. So much is happening all over the map. Drops, counterattacks, attacks everywhere. And a lot of micro and mind games. So rebuilding a lot of the structures. Because you have a lot of minerals, you need to spend them. You need to have as many marines as possible. And now upgrades almost done for both players. Weapons level 2. How many ravens? 4 for Oliveira. How many ravens for Clem? 0. Clem is not in a good place right now. Now Oliveira is the one attacking. Despite the fact that Oliveira is not in terms of economy that good, he has the advantage in terms of the quality of the army. And by this I mean these 4 ravens. And what is Clem going to do? Yeah, redeploy. Trying to come from different angles. Oliveira now is coming back home. So it was a switch and bait tactic. Now these marines are getting forward, but the tanks are pretty good spread from Oliveira. Clem is trying again, a shenanigan, a doom drop. So keeping some of the units for defense and trying with these units to go into the main base, the production base. Is this going to be a successful drop? Yeah, posing here with a lot of units, and now this is a very good drop. Caughting Oliveira by surprise, but what do? Interference matrix was activated. Now for a while you'll have 0 defense from the tanks. Wow, this is a bloodbath. Yeah, not too many units are going to be able. Look, using the interference matrix so you cannot unload. This is something that you don't see very often. And now Clem losing a bunch of his army for nothing. At least these 2 marines are doing something. Non-stop action. Again interference matrix. How many interference matrices you can use? Apparently all of them. Wow. Now a new line of defense. This is the power of ravens. 7 ravens. They can change the tide of war if they want to. Who is going to win? Let's find out together. Clem has still an economic advantage, but he cannot use this to the best of his abilities. Yeah, you cannot build units as fast as you are losing them. And now Oliveira is attacking. This planetary fortress is almost dead. Who is going to win? Clem is trying his best. Oliveira is awesome. So still guys, I have no idea who is winning. Now let's see this epic engagement. Yeah, nothing in between these 2 armies. Now Clem is trying to redeploy the tanks. Oliveira in a very good position. Who is going to try? So now Clem, what are you doing? Qu'est-ce que vous faites? Oh, epic interference matrix. And Clem is being destroyed as we speak, despite his economic advantage. And GG, Oliveira winning game number 1. Wow, what a game. Keanu over. Thank you for watching. Remember to subscribe. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome back for another game of StarCraft 2, and for this weekend I have something extremely special, the best game from this year, between another than Oliveira, the world champion, spawning here with the blue terran, versus Dark, the last son of Boxer, the final boss, the heart of the swarm. Who is going to win? What is going to happen? Like usual, we are going to find out together. This is a long game, 48 minutes, so grab your popcorn, put on pause, and prepare to enjoy an awesome game of StarCraft 2. My name is Keanu. Thank you for watching my channel. Thank you for subscribing, for being with me here. for your comments and your suggestions. Standard opening so far. Here we have the supply depot, we have the barracks, and a second hatchery, greedy one for Dark. These are the best players from their countries. OLIVEIRA definitely from China, and Dark one of the best, if not the best, from Korea. They all of us know about them. They need no further introductions. Just enjoy this non-stop action that is going to happen here. A lot of shenanigans, a lot of minerals are going to be here, and higher tier units for sure. Already OLIVEIRA here with the barracks almost finished. Probably some reapers are going to go in the opposite corner, and it's going to be Dark able to defeat OLIVEIRA, the revelation of 2023. I wonder this myself. In the meantime, standard opening, here are the overlords that are scouting for Dark. Dark is known for being extremely greedy, but he's also known for being called the foreigner killer, because usually when he plays against foreigners, he wins. His exceptions being obviously none other than Serral, his nemesis, the one and only Serral that is capable to defeat other Zerg players like Dark. This is their point of view. This is something interesting because we are playing with the fog of war. And this is what we see from OLIVEIRA's point of view. And luckily we see everything. Already here two Zerglings. For good measure, we are able to be here for the defense. And the timing is perfect because here already we have the Reaper. The Reaper that is trying to do some shenanigans. Look at him. But nothing the Reaper can do now. The Queen is here. The Queen is very protective with the larva, with the drones. And she is able to put these cryptomors. And obviously you know what they do. They enhance all the abilities for the Zerg. Now look at the Queen over here, how slow she moves. Now immediately when she gets on creep, she is like on rollerblade. And the third hatchery over here, immediately spotted by OLIVEIRA. This is the main advantage of a Reaper opening. You can see everything, you can jump over cliffs. And now the Reaper is trying to see maybe in the main base. Usually Reapers are able to climb these cliffs over here and go for a search. But OLIVEIRA just wants to keep it alive here to spot exactly the timing of everything. In the meantime, he also was managed to finish and transform the command center into an orbital command. Here we have the mule. The mules are very efficient because in terms of income, they are providing a lot. Here is the income of OLIVEIRA right now, just because of the dropping of the mules. In terms of the army, Dark is superior. Zerg has to be. It's all about numbers, it's all about sheer force. And Dark is known as the Swarm. So probably he's going to try to overwhelm his opponent from China, OLIVEIRA. But Terran is known for being excellent when it comes to defense. So look over here, guys. 3 mules. 3 mules are awesome. And already a third orbital command is ready. The swipe between the factory and the starport to increase efficiency. And that means too, medical ships are here, medivacs. They are very good for healing. Now these Zerglings are trying something, but not successful. In terms of minerals, they are pretty equal so far because of these awesome mules. And Dark, oh, how many queens? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just at this base. So he is really keen on spreading the creep. And here we have another hatchery that is going to be finished. So 4 hatcheries versus 2, 2.5 if I can count this. But the orbital command center is now just used for SUVs and dropping mules. And already OLIVEIRA, not disappointing us, he is going to try a drop with 2 medivacs full of marines. And here for the defense, he had the engineering base, creating a wall of plus 2 supply depots. Now, rushing them forward. Nah. Too many queens, too many Zerglings. It's like Dark expected this. It was decent, I would say so, because the Marines were able to kill a lot of Zerlings, but not that successful overall. Now in terms of army, both players are equal. Dark has more drones, so his income is going to skyrocket. And now trying from a different angle. Already here, see the overlords? They are put over here to spot drops if we are going to the main base. But now he's just trying to remove some of the creep tumors. It's a hit and run tactic. Then retreating. Upgrades are being researched in evolution chamber. And going back home. But while he was doing this, he was able to secure the third orbital command center and combat shield. It's almost done. Here we have widow mines. They are very, very efficient. Obviously they can do a little bit of friendly fire, but overall they are more than capable of killing a lot of zerglings. Also acts like a second line of defense. So many juicy zerlings and bailings. Infantry weapon level 1 and infantry armor level 1 completed for Oliveira, and ground carapace level 1 for Dark. A good surround, but the medivacs are here. And this mine successfully detonated and killed 11. This is what I'm talking about. The power of the mines. Wow, 22. Have you seen, guys? Let's go back for a second. So 22. This is what I was talking about. This is the epic game of the year so far. So this one 11, 2, and this one is going to kill all the bailings. Everything. Wow. That's awesome. This is a hero widow mine, for sure. This is what you're supposed to do. And while this was happening, another attack over here. But immediately the queens killed the medivacs with the marine inside. It's a tough job to be a marine. Very dangerous. Now, non-stop harassment from Oliveira. This is why he's the world champion. And another medivac being dropped. In terms of income, advantages for Dark. Army size for Oliveira. So Oliveira non-stop attack, harassment. Another medivac. It's going in the direction of Dark. Dark. No spore crawlers here to defend. His main focus is on the agility of his army to be in different places. Now hydraulics here for good measures. Hydraulics are very good because they can shoot air units like medivacs from afar. Pushing relentlessly here, but what do you do? Here we have a sea of queens. Literally a sea of queens. Queens by plus hydraulics are sometimes underestimated. And now this drop trying to kill the hatchery, unsuccessful. So weakening the hatchery is still a big thing because it takes time for it to recover, sending a queen to transfuse probably. Yes. To transfuse and to inject more larvae. Now more medivacs. And drilling close for the widow mines is completed, making them more efficient. So look at Oliveira being able to keep the creep in check, not advancing too much. Wow, this was a drop with widow mines. Now more and more hydraulics here. They are very efficient from a distance. And together with the overseers, they can see the widow mines, no matter where they are. So many drones here. You need to pull them up when there is an attack. The Marines here killing the creep, so immediately the queen left. The Marines are here to say no, no. Armor level 2 completed, so everything is going perfect for Oliveira in terms of upgrades. But Dark is not far behind. Constantly harassing. Oliveira 180 versus Dark 167. Usually it's the other way around. The zerg is the one that has more units. Now look at the creep. The creep literally didn't have any opportunity to go beyond this ramp. And now the army of Oliveira is marching. Finally, he's bringing tanks, he's bringing widow mines, and a huge amount of marines. Probably trying to bait. So the tanks here are hidden from vision. Look, you do not see them. Trying to bait. Yes, go in that direction. But obviously Dark knows about the fact that over there can be a trap. And while this is happening, is this going to be successful? Another attempt. Delaying the mining, not bad. Obviously it was repelled. And now here is probably the main attack again. The hatchery is almost done. But also Mali level 2 attack for the zerg and pathogen glands. Awesome position for these tanks over here. They can abuse the distance. And here the drone, it's incapable to have the hatchery because here we have a cheeky widow mine. Is the widow mine going to be able to kill all these zerglings? Yes. Oh no, it focused on the drone. I thought it was going to focus on the zerglings. But killing the drone is also important because it's going to delay the hatchery. This for a while. So we're talking one base which is running low, second, third, fourth, fifth. So not bad at all, but Oliveira is keeping toe to toe to Dark. And this is not a small feat to achieve. Denying the mining here, very important as well. Because you can easily lift units like this. And abuse the vision that these marines are providing. Now Dark going to try us around, probably. Bringing the queens over here. Let's see if this is successful. Now Oliveira realized he overstayed his welcome. So he's backing. Yeah, the tank is dead. Now it's time for a strategic withdrawal for both players, trying to recover, to consolidate the army. Dark is maxed out, Oliveira 177 versus 198 for Dark. Now Zerg now is taking advantage, destroying these rocks. Vehicle weapons level 2 finishing for Oliveira. Why Zerg prefers to destroy rocks to have more avenues of attack. And now Ghost cloaking is here and adrenal glands. So both players are going to use their ultimate weapons. Here are the Ghosts. The Ghosts are very efficient. And armory level 3. So Super Bio versus the Zerg. Are we going to see nukes? What do you say, guys? I hope to see some nukes here. Vipers are awesome. With the binding cloud they make tanks useless. And they can also abduct them. Now sending zerglings everywhere to spot what is happening. Zerg in the opposite corner as well. Look at them dancing. Spotting these two medivacs full of marines. So the swarm is here. Very impressive. Now Oliveira is gathering a huge defense force here. Command centers everywhere, tanks, widow mines, marines, securing his southern flank, while trying to attack here with hydraulics versus with marines. No chance. So both players are securing their positions. Infernal Pregnator and Mali attack level 3 for Dark. Infernal Pregnator makes Hellions a little bit better. And ground carapace level 3, so we are using all the arsenal of upgrades. Yeah, let's see this attack. Yeah. So both players are scared to attack each other in a full-on engagement. Obviously, it's very important to take advantage of each position and try not to risk it all in one huge engagement. It's important to create a bank first, and probably this is exactly what Dark is doing in order to be able to remax after he is losing. Now Hellions are very good in Hellbat mode because they can soak a lot of damage, and in big numbers they can kill a lot of Zerlings and Baelings. Now look at this awesome army. More and more Baelings. So all the Zerlings eventually are going to be Baelings. This is what they meant to be. Vehicle weapons level 3 and auto tracking, making the turrets more efficient. Look at the turrets over here. Preventing anything from happening. And what? What do you have here? A drop? Wow. Wow. A drop of doom. So immediately, as I said, that now the missile turrets are more efficient. Here we have a bunch of overlords that are going to do a drop. Nice. Let's see if this is going to be successful. A lot of Baelings here. A lot of ghosts. How many ghosts? Wow. So, ghost, Baelings, overlord drops, and nuclear weapons. What I told you guys. I don't know where to go first. Is the nuclear weapon going to... yeah. Now the drop is here with lurkers. Now, wow. Lurkers everywhere. Now this ramp is definitely in a tough spot. And the production of OLIVEIRA. But look at the sniping. Choo choo choo. Wow. These are epic sniping. So this is what you should do, guys. But while this was happening, Baelings are rolling everywhere. So excellent defense here. Trying a Nidus Swarm. Is this going to work? Nidus Swarm? Now the ghost is here. The ghosts are here. Also Liberator. So if something is popping out, yeah. Nah, it's not going to work. OLIVEIRA is too good for this. And Dark is attacking, binding clouds, abducting tanks. Yeah, he's trying to kill as much as possible. Now going back, realizing the reinforcements are here. Look, the ghost and the tank, how cool they look. Wow, this is what I'm talking about. And overall, the just here. Missile attack level 3 for Dark. And what? If you force the last to see, try it again. More lurkers. Okay, okay, I see you. Wow, what a game, guys. We are just now at half of it. So more and more action is going to happen. Stay with me, let's find out. Let's see if these two awesome players, the best in the world. Now the swarm is here. The heart of the swarm. Yonking everything. Abducting. Now retreating. It was a huge engagement here. So many lurkers. But the defense for OLIVEIRA was almost perfect. And this hatchery is being retaken here in the bottom corner. Now we have a split scenario. The western part of the map belongs to OLIVEIRA. The eastern part to Dark. And more tanks. Tanks and ghosts. Excellent. Plus marauders. Both players have a decent bank, hovering around 3000 minerals. And what? This usually belongs to OLIVEIRA. Now Dark is trying to take a hatcher in the bottom, in the top corner. Now let's see this engagement. Sniping. So each time you hear sniping going on, that miss a hit. It's very difficult to break this. There are too many tanks, plus a planetary fortress to take shelter. That's a lot of ghosts, a lot of sniping. Income favoring Dark. Army pretty equal. Units or resources, 40,000 minerals lost for Dark, 22 for OLIVEIRA, but this is normal. We are talking about terran versus zerg. The army of Dark is awesome. Scary awesome. Now this hatchery should be exploited anytime soon. But the intensive game that we have here, it takes its tolls. It takes time for you to... Now look. Is this successful? Is he actually going to let the... No, he cancelled it. And here we have a huge attack. So using a different angle of attack. Here was to secure. So Dark showing us what he learned from Boxer, the famous, the one and only. The storm is everywhere. Ship weapons upgrade as well. So is there going to be a switch from bio to mech? Obviously more and more liberators. And here is the main front line. Missile turrets. Scanning everywhere. It's important to scan to know exactly where your main opponent army is. So you can reposition yours. All the liberators are dead from this area. Now attacking, destroying, withdrawing. And finally we have the infestors. The infestors are here. So this is a dream if you play with Zerg. And also this composition is what I was looking for. Thors finally are here. Thors Liberators tank. And nuclear weapons. Yeah, he's going to let it be. Is he? Yes. Wow. Nuclear weapons to destroy creep tumors. Why not? They have the budget. Hovering more than 9,000, 10,000 now minerals for Dark and 5,000 for OLIVEIRA. Look at the army of Dark. Now he has 201. He cracked the system, guys. He's using cheat codes. Wow. I really love to see Thors in action. And very simple from Matrix, the Terran unit, and from Avatar. Yeah, is this going to land as well? And yeah, wow, nuclear weapons. But while this was distracting us, here we have an engagement. I'm a sucker for nuclear weapons. I have to see them. And this hero, with one health, the SUV is repairing the planetary fortress. One health SUV is the real hero. So look guys. I will send the mule just to heal him. He deserves it. Now redeploying the tanks. These are here for a long time now. I will send the Viking to kill them. What an intensive game, guys. They are not disappointing us. So probably is going to go to this. Who is going to control these patches of minerals? Probably the one that is going to win. Attacking again here. Abusing how cheap the zerglings are. But the defense is spotless. And look how many scans we have here. Oliveira reduced the number of workers because he can just use mules instead. Another attack on the opposite part. Despite the fact that this is a very good angle of defense, Dark was able to do a lot of damage until the rest of the terran reinforcements are here. And Oliveira 180, Dark 200. Units in production, a lot of them. Units lost in terms of overall. Minerals 46,000 for Dark versus 37 for Oliveira. What is the next angle of attack for the Zerg? This is a tempting idea. Yes, finally Dark. So I'm pretty sure we are going to fight until we are going to lose all the minerals from the map. This is by far the best, most intensive game of the year. So let me know what you think. If you have other game that is nearly as awesome as this one, please let me know. And I'm going to find it and cast it. But so far on my channel, this is the most intensive game that I can recommend you to watch. And definitely a good competitor for the game of the year 2023. Wow. Yonking everything, doesn't matter. Look at them. Neuroparasiting. A liberator. Using the liberator. This is something that I haven't seen so far. Usually you neuroparasite torse on tanks. I wonder if you neuroparasite worker or SUV, then can you build terran structures that are actually zerg? Good question indeed. Now, is Dark aware of this? Yeah, now he's aware. And he's sending a liberator to kill some of the drones. Yeah, you cannot let this be. This is the main army facing each other in a standoff. The great standoff of 2023 on Griezmann. Yeah, both players are ready, are reaching for a fight. A nuclear weapon is a good deterrent. You don't want to be here when this nuke explodes. This is what I'm talking about. They can afford it for sure. Now, sending units here to defend this hatchery. You never ever can say I have too much. You have to exploit all the minerals on the map, otherwise your opponent is going to be the one that is going to take advantage of them. And you don't want to do this. Look how many ghosts. They use AMP in order to leave infestors without energy. An infestor without energy cannot do anything. It's useless. Now yonking. And another nuclear. So it's raining with nuclear missiles. Another one. And another one. How many in total? At least 7 or 8 until now. and the nuclear weapon killed the ghost. And while this is happening, this planetary fortress finally was destroyed. Excellent engagement here for dark. A lot of ghosts are in red. Some medivacs are required here to heal them. But in the same time, his hatchery here was destroyed. Because the first hatcheries now are out of minerals. This is, yeah, this is the only one that actually has more minerals. Sniping. And for Oliveira, this one, and what it used to be here, the planetary fortress. Now he's trying to prevent, trying to starve dark out of minerals. Is he going to succeed? No more scans available for these lurkers? And another huge attack here. So this is why he withdraws the forces. Here is literally a sea of lurkers. Wow, what an intensive game. And someone that is commenting, I can tell you, after I finish, I'm going to drink a whole glass of water. Now trying to secure this requires a lot of resources. Oliveira 169 versus Dark, which is maxed out, full of higher tier units. Both players feel the need to have more income. Look at their income now, hovering around 3 digits. It's always bad. 800, 700 for Dark, 600 for Oliveira. Scanning everywhere. So we are constantly reducing the number of workers because there is no need for them. These Vipers are awesome. We are able to abduct, and everything that is abducted is destroyed. What? Suicidal hellbats. Now making sure not even an extractor can live. So Oliveira is denying the only option base for Dark, and Dark does the same for Oliveira. In terms of minerals, 5,000 left for Dark, only 400 for Oliveira, so Oliveira is running low. Ghost cloak shield activated. Now the Liberator still alive, blocking this ramp. Now look how many spores are going to be here. Spores are good for detection. You can see the ghost, and also against liberators. So Dar needs to do something. He cannot allow Oliveira to use all these minerals. Now attacking here in the central part of the map. These minerals are still up for grabs, but the main focus is here right now, right here. It's a wow. It's a breaking point. Who is going to reach it? Yeah, the yonking immediately. Wow. So here you have the sea of spore crawlers, and immediately you can abduct liberators. And how many here we have? Wow. These are a lot of infestors, and they can neuroparasite everything. So, is Oliveira going to die? Here a nuclear, just to scare the zerg. Go away, go away. Sniping. Now cancelling the nuclear. The nuclear was used as a deterrent. Now both players are running low on minerals. Sniping. I don't know, guys, who's going to win. Honestly, I'm very curious. If this is going to work, a lot of higher tier units are going. Nah, the ghost was killed in the last moment. So both players still equal in terms of army. Dark is attacking, fighting clouds, abducting. The ghosts are here. Are the ghosts going to be able to snipe? Yeah, we are doing a lot of damage, but we are also losing. And now this is huge, an orbital command center here. Probably if you drop some mules. And Boro just now is being researched. A little bit delayed. So let's see, guys. The final attempt. Dark needs to break Oliveira right here, right now. Otherwise Oliveira has too much income coming his way. No more income for Dark. This is the final push. Is it going to be successful? Yeah, he's doing his best. He's trying to use infestors in a combo with vipers and lurkers. Slowly, methodically. But what do you do here? Nothing. He realized Oliveira finally won the game of the year. It was so intensive. Thank you guys for watching. Keanu over. Remember to subscribe. Welcome back to the second part of this video, anniversary video, 1 month for this channel. So thank you for watching. Now we are going to continue with Oliveira versus Hero Marine in game number 3. We saw the first part in the previous video that I posted. Now let's see the epic final. This is going to be on the map Dragon Scale, one of my favorite maps, allows for a lot of development. And this Terran versus Terran is going to be intensive. So thank you once again for watching together with me these two heroic players. Oliveira from China, the winner from Katowice 2023, versus none other than Hero Marine from Germany. These are two exceptional players. They both started a long time ago. They have a lot of experience. And think about this. We are going to see non-stop action. Now because we are talking about Terran versus Terran, the micro is even more intensive. Because they have the same units, now it's a matter of obviously economy, but also it's about how much better you can take your units to another level. How can you split your marines? Where do you put your siege tanks? Who is going to have ravens? Who is going to have Vikings? So all of this needs to be taken into account. So both of them starting with 2 refineries and barracks. Let's see if here is the same. So pretty much the same timings. Now it's important to understand that these two players are some of the best Terrans there can be, and probably we are going to see a lot of mind games. After 2 games, I will not spoil who won. In part 1, please see it before you see this one. I'm going to be surprised if I'm not going to try any shenanigans. Like usually, I'm going to find out together with you. So thank you once again. Remember to subscribe. This is going to help YouTube algorithm to improve and make this video promote StarCraft 2 to more and more people all over the world. So far, standard openings with Reapers going around. They try to have a lot of map vision as possible. Now is OLIVEIRA's point of view. And this is Hero Marine. Hero Marine is very quiet so far. Probably some drops. I haven't seen them in a while. And they are very effective, but what do you do if your opponent has the same units like you? It's very hard to go on a defense stand for too much because your opponent is going to out-micro you. In terms of income so far they are pretty equal. A second base, little bit quicker for OLIVEIRA. So this is Hero Marine, this is OLIVEIRA. Pretty much the same timing. Nothing unusual. They respect each other too much to try some decisive one push. As if you go on my channel, you are going to find Gone in 60 Seconds, where we have a game. I will not spoil too much, but it ended like in 2 minutes. It was an all-in, very interesting, especially at pro level, not at bronze league. However, already here we have for OLIVEIRA Widow Mine at the entrance. This is perfect location in case Hero Marine is trying something cheeky, like a push with a bunch of Marines. These Widow Mines can really take care of them easily. Now Hero Marine cannot stay forever in his own base. He needs to attack. He needs to make something. Ravens are very good because they had a lot of cool abilities. First, they can detect the Widow Mines. Second, they can put a little bit of harassment themselves. And let's see what they are going to do. And also they can put a tank into silent mode, if I can say so. They have an ability where tanks are useless for a couple of seconds. And this is extremely useful in case of an attack. Now this bunch of Reapers are just making sure if there is a timing push, you better know in advance and then use the defender advantage, the fact that your reinforcements are coming faster. Look at the Cyclone here, expecting a drop. Then he will use his lock-on ability to destroy it. A second command center for safe measure is being built in the main base. And so far, these players are just getting more and more minerals. Let's see who is winning the mineral war. Hero Marine, so far. And in terms of army size, Hero Marine again. So far everything is going well for him. So this is a missile turret here that you can automatically put on the map. Can do a lot of damage to a mineral line. Especially in Bronze League. In Silver League you see a lot of players building too many Ravens and then just put auto turrets everywhere. So GG, game over. Or even some players I saw with a lot of Vikings. So just doing mass Vikings and then landing the Vikings where is the mineral line. And now Hero Marine ready for a push. This is a serious push with 2 Ravens, 2 tanks, a bunch of Marines and a Hellion. Hellion acting like a scouting party. OLIVEIRA already, so look at the timing. It's barely 5 minutes and already we have a push. OLIVEIRA noticed it, so this gives him an advantage. Now these 2 Reapers are trying to do a little bit of harassment. It didn't work. Look, perfect position for these tanks. And are the Ravens going to use their ability? No, they need to go. The Cyclones are here. And also, for good measure, we have a lot of Marines. So what is going on? Nothing. So Hero Marine just went a little bit on a mind game. He tried to, look, I'm here, be afraid. And on the back of it, he managed to have a third orbital command ready. So even more economic advantage for him. In terms of worker, he has 54 versus 49. And Oliveira's army is a little bit bigger. Only one. Not a little bit, almost insignificant at this level. So now Oliveira has his first orbital command. And so does Hero Marine. Hero Marine, also known as Big G, Big Gabe, because his full name is Gabriel Rafael Segat. He's representing Germany, but he also has some part of his family from Italy, and he's only 25 years old. And for Oliveira, he's only 22, so we are going to see a lot of him. Look, he's trying a drop with Marines, and at the same time pushing with the main force. So probably he's going to go with his medivac drops on the corner and with the main push in the center. Look, I'm here, and if you don't look for a second, you find yourself with 0 mineral lines. Now trying to push here, just a distraction. Look at the timing of the missile turret. Almost perfect. Now dropping here, the Marines, making sure lost mining time. Not too much damage being done. Here just posing. And this missile turret, wow, this was a hero missile turret. Killing a medivac full of Marines, and while this was happening, the main attack was repelled. So this is not good for Oliveira. Wow, excellent use of mines. You saw the Marines jumping around. So now Hero Marine has a huge advantage when we are talking about Terran versus Terran. To have 72 versus 40 in terms of army, which is awesome. Obviously we know this. These two players have no idea exactly, they do not see what we see. They can have an educated guess, we can assume, but at this level you cannot risk it. So going back home, Oliveira, and now it's Hero Marine's turn to use medivac drops. So he can play this game as well. Now for the command center already here, not bad at all. Try to recover from the economic loss. And now a little bit of a push in the corner. But while this is happening, look at them coming with 2 medivacs full of Marines. Not bad. He's trying to scout the timing of the fourth base. Now scanning is more efficient, but scanning also means less mules. These little fellows over here are very important. Economically speaking, now Oliveira surpasses Hero Marine, probably because of the mules. And in terms of army, Hero Marine has an advantage. Now what happened with the drop? Well, probably because of this sensor tower, he realized there's nothing he can do. He cannot go unnoticed. So this is a little bit of a pathway. So just staying with your units outside the perimeter of the sensor tower. Vehicle levels #1 for Oliveira. The army that has an advantage in terms of upgrades obviously has a better chance to win. Now let's see this push. Yeah. Interference matrix on the siege tank, not bad at all. But now what do you do? So Hero Marine is withdrawing a little bit. We are very cautious. They do not want to take risks, because one volley of the siege tanks, that's it, bye bye army. This is a slow push when it's Terran versus Terran. You need to be very effective to always scan and know exactly what your opponent is doing, because now depends on the skill. Both players same army, 170 versus 170. Oliveira was successful in catching up with Hero Marine. Both players are maxed out. Same amount of workers, same amount of army. This is all about dexterity now. You cannot blame, oh, he had a better economic advantage. Or I didn't have too much minerals. No, both players are trying to outwit each other. Now look, us around. From this angle, these marines are rushing. So excellent engagement for Oliveira. But guess what? Hero Marine is not dead. This orbital command center was destroyed. So in the same time we have a huge drop in Oliveira's main base from Hero Marine. So non-stop action everywhere. Look at the Marines destroying the main orbital command center. Now this is where the production is happening for Oliveira. So without production, I don't know. Killing a lot of structures here. Yeah, it's important. They destroy the research. Yes, infantry level weapon level 3 is denied, which is huge. That means Hero Marines infantry is way stronger. Now the push from Oliveira, he tries to have a comeback. Already here we have liberators. The tanks are incapacitated. Wow, what a game. And is it going to be a rush? A base rush? Wow. So definitely seems like one. Here we have 4 tanks, a lot of marines. Nothing that Hero Marine can do. Same here. Wow, a base rush. Guys, let's see who is. Look at them perfectly shooting in all directions. 5 tanks here. But Oliveira has something missing. He doesn't have Vikings. So what do? If you lift your units, your structures, Terran can do this, the Vikings can decisively kill them. Wow. I wouldn't have expected a race base. So both players counterattacked and there was nothing they can do. And look at them here, staying next to each other. Hey guys, you're supposed to attack. Run, run for your life. Nothing, panic. SUV panicking. Go, 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 go. Too much action everywhere. So who is going to win? Hero Marine or Oliveira? Now they're trying their best. Uh-oh, 2 liberators. This is very bad for the tanks. Yeah. The SUVs are attacking, blocking the tanks, and GG, Hero Marine won. Wow, what a game. Let's go to game number 4. Welcome guys for game number 5. This is going to be a long one. This is going to be unexpected. I haven't seen it like usual. My name is Keanu and we are going to find out together. We skipped a little bit the boring part where they just gather minerals and went directly to the fight. We already have a Hellion and a Reaper going into the opposite direction, and here we already have a bunker waiting, just waiting. What is going to do this game? I'm very curious. We had extremely intensive 4 matches. This is going to be a little bit longer, around 20 minutes, so I'm expecting non-stop action everywhere with attacks, 1-2 punches, counter-attacks, and a lot of mind games. Here we have already a Marine and the Reaper just waiting if someone is going to try to jump the cliffs. Already a second command center for Maru, and same for Oliveira. Oliveira has a little bit of an advantage right now in terms of minerals, but not that much, but any advantage matters at this level. Look at this random goat. Very cool. Now we have Maru trying to do a drop with 4 marines on the tank. He tried this before, not very successful. Look at his map awareness. He's like everywhere with his units. And is this going to be successful? Let's see. So here we have the tank. Already this Reaper was immediately destroyed. So now Oliveira is too good for this. Yeah, putting here a supply depot just to have a little bit even more awareness. So this attack was was not successful at all. You cannot surprise very easily a player at the pro level. Maybe it works in look the goat again. It's a goat, it's a giraffe. Oh, this bunker probably is going to be salvage. Or not. It's just posturing, trying to see if he has any chance, and he realizes it's better for him to just go home now. In the meantime, what these pro players are doing, so basically they go, they threaten to attack, and in the meantime they have a relaxing third command center. Here another drop with one Hellion, he's good for scouting, who knows, maybe even killing something, but he was unsuccessful. In terms of army, we see a slight advantage for Oliveira, 33 versus 25. This random cyclone. In terms of worker, we are pretty equal, 45 versus 43. Not a major difference. The lockdown ability of the cyclone was able to kill the enemy. The Hellion had no chance whatsoever. Now this push is serious with 3 tanks, a Raven, we have to respect it. Now 2-0 for this cyclone. Please don't kill the little guy. 3 tanks here already scouted. So we are just trying to find a good position. When you have Terran versus Terran, both players can scout each other. 2 Ravens are very good. They have something called interfering matrix. That means they can literally block the opponent tank for doing a lot of splash damage. So you have 3 tanks, well, if they have enough energy, you are going to be left with only 2. And if they have enough energy, you are going to be left without any tanks whatsoever. Look at them scouting each other. Is it going to be activated? Oh, the Cyclone also is very good. Has a long range. Yeah, putting this missile turret here just as a distraction, allowing the tanks to do a lot of damage. Interference matrix was done on Maru, and wow, Maru, excellent engagement. Oliveira had 0 chance right now. 2 tanks, 3 tanks versus 1 tank. Wow, and the micro, and look at this tank, barely surviving. Now all the workers congratulating him, restoring him to full health. It's very important to repair your units, especially when they're like 1 health. Wow, 1 health tank. This is something that you do not see. 1 health. So now restoring them to battle conditions and sending them to the good fight. It's Maru time to counterattack, and Oliveira now is expecting the counterattack. 30 units for army versus 39. It's good to be Maru right now. But by the time Maru is going to be able to attack Oliveira, Oliveira will already have his defense in order. Scanning is very good. Allows you to see in real time what your opponent is doing. The Viking landed as well. Yeah, excellent defense. Now only 3 tanks, we are very vulnerable. We need to go back. We did a little bit of damage, but now we need more reinforcements. Tanks all by themselves are not that good. You need to have marine sprinkle in between them and the opponent. These Vikings landed and killed the tank. Wow, non-stop action everywhere. This is what I like about this game. And when you have a final match of a tournament, you know it's going to be good. These 2 pro players crushed a lot of highly ranked pro players, the best in the world. And if you are playing against the best in the world and winning, and you are in the final, that means you are awesome. So thank you Maru, thank you Oliveira for showing us your skills. Now Maru's attack. Wow. Non-stop action. For a second, Oliveira was counting on pulling the SUVs. This command center is acting like a buffer. It was destroyed. Mission accomplished. Let's go back home, boys. But in the meantime, we have a counter-offensive here, killing a lot of the workers. Maru now only 60 workers versus 68, 59. This is not a good thing. Look at Maru income, 1,800 versus 2,600. So attacks, counter-attacks. Chasing each other. Where are you going? Come here, come here. And in the meantime, Oliveira, he has his 4 command center. So non-stop action. Wow, what a series. I'm going to try my best to cast in the next days all the matches. But I started with the final. I went backwards instead of starting with the first ones. It was impossible for me to find them. Not that I wouldn't want it this weekend to cast as many of them as possible. Now look at these Marines marching. And it's like a shield they have here. Epic graphics. So Maru on the opposite side of the map. Both players with sensor towers seeing each other, scanning. So the map awareness for these 2 players is something that allows them to preemptively know where your opponent is and to deal with them. Let's see if we are going to see a fight. Yes. Nice engagement here between the Marines. Their big brothers are here, the big tanks. Look at the splash damage. Wow. It's a game of numbers. This is what is left after Marines are dead. The battlefield full of blood. So let's see what is going to happen from players' different perspectives. Gathering more units here, repairing some of the tanks, and now the army is on its way. Look at them. Wow. So Maru, it's attacking. Big numbers here. In terms of the army, Maru has an advantage, 100 units. 102 now versus 82 for Oliveira. But Oliveira has this early warning system. He knows the attack is coming his way. So let's see the positioning for these 2 players. This cannons allows the tanks to have a longer range, positioning them in different directions. Another attack, counter attack here. So knowing your attack, Oliveira still had some units for the attack. Wow, non-stop action everywhere. Successful Marines destroying this orbital command center. Nice engagement. What a game. You do realize, guys, that this is why we love them. Because of these epic fights. And even if there is a rush, it's still a good one. Infantry weapons level 3 now, completed. So when you see a rush, a shenanigan, it's interesting, it's amusing. But these players are able to fight for half an hour, even more. I saw a lot of games where they literally run out of minerals and still fought for another 10 minutes with the remaining units. Trying to position yourself is very, very hard. It's a mind game and also a little bit of luck involved. You can have so much map awareness and still got yourself 1 second too late. All this scanning, it's extremely useful, but also that means less mules available. And now both players are almost maxed out. Maru 196 versus Oliveira 194. Another engagement. Oliveira has the high ground advantage. And you know, for Star Wars this is important to have the high ground. They're both posturing. Nice defense here for Oliveira. Look at his tanks. Also a Raven, a lot of Vikings here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases for Oliveira. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Maru. In terms of income, we are pretty equal. And now Maru is trying what he's doing best, Medivacs drops. This is something that he really enjoys. Probably he's going to sprinkle the Marines. Yes. But perfect timing for the missile turrets. And while this is happening, is he trying to attack in the opposite corner? Not likely. Or yes, he's just rushing. Trying to cut this tank off guard. Doing a little bit of damage, and that's it. Back and forth, back and forth. Now Oliveira has an advantage, 190 versus 177. So that means the engagement didn't favor Maru too much. 3 sensor towers. So this is a little bit excessive, but look, perfect map awareness on his side. And now Maru a little bit greedy with another command center. It's also a game about money. More money, more army. More army, more likely for you to win. But we are not using Control A attack command. Look at the graphics. So now the Chinese player, Oliveira, is trying to attack. After Maru non-stop harassment in the first part of the game. So this is a slow march, like in the Roman Legion style. Whoa, both players are awesome. Look at the Vikings engagements. Oliveira has slightly more, and now bringing Liberators. Liberators can deal easily with tanks, because tanks cannot attack Liberators, but Liberators can attack tanks. This is going to be the final epic battle. Wow. When you are hit by a missile from the Raven, you are losing your shield. Makes units more vulnerable. Look how efficient these Liberators are. 3 kills, 2 kills. And these fields are deadly. Tanks are being destroyed ASAP. This base is dead. And now splitting the terran in 2. A part of the terran is here, and the part is here, and this part is very vulnerable now for an attack. Already a Liberator here, killing any SUVs. Both players are very, very good. In terms of army, Oliveira still has a small advantage. Non-stop action everywhere. This is a time when Maru sometimes do a counter-attack, but you cannot do this when Oliveira is just here. And now these tanks are going to destroy these bases. He realized there is no defense here. And if Maru tries to defend this, he has to go through these tanks. Yeah, landing an orbital command center, not a good idea. Dead as well. Is he aware about this base? No, he has no awareness. So this is like a hidden base. Interfering matrix for the first tanks. Scanning to kill them. One dead. His bodies are going home. Are they going to find this base on their own home? Yeah, let's see together. Yes! Wow. Oliveira with a sixth sense. And now this base is dead. Yeah, you can try to repair. And now Mar is on the counter attack. He has to do something. He realized he cannot just stay on these bases. He's losing minerals. Like you say, oh, he's repairing it. Yes, but while he's repairing it, he's losing a lot of minerals. Minerals that could have been used to do something else. And now is the counter attack from Maru. A lot of ravens are here. They can put missile towers, interference matrix. Look at all these tanks, useless. Excellent engagement here. Non-stop action. Since the first time I saw StarCraft 2, I always liked when I saw tanks and marines working together. Now the Battle of the Vikings. A lot of splash damage from the tanks, killing structures everywhere. Now these ravens are in danger. We're running low on these tanks needs to go back home. Non-stop action. Maru attacking again. Positioning his tanks in this part of the map. Oliveira needs to withdraw now. And now Oliveira is attacking. Trying to crush this army. Liberators are the saviors of the day. And while this was happening, Maru was able to acquire another base. It's almost done. So 177 versus 163. 106 versus 100 in terms of the army. So they are pretty match. The game is not decided yet. Who is going to win? Let's find out. Wow, what a game. Too intensive. I haven't seen any liberators from Maru. And now Oliveira ready to push with his army. Maru is on the opposite side of the map. So let's see who is going to break who. Ravens, tanks, liberators. What? Going into the main base? You have no shame, Oliveira. So literally Oliveira is here in the main base, and this is very bad news for Maru, because this is where his production is. But now a lot of interference matrix. These tanks are useless. Excellent. But in the meantime, Maru is losing a lot of his units as well. His production. So minerals gone, minerals guns, mineral almost gone here. Here just a few patches. So not a lot of income, to say the least, for Maru. This is why here we see 1,700 versus 500. So that means Oliveira can easily rebuild his army. Now this orbital command center is dead. 0 chances of survival. And these two bases are what is going to keep Maru alive for a little bit longer. A lot of mules were dropped. He needs to supplement his income. Now look at his income, just because of his mules. And the army of Maru, it's marching, a lot of tanks. But look at them posturing. Oliveira is ready. Now the problem in this game, if you leave your opponent too much breathing space, he is going to outwit you and to outpace you. So you need to do something. Otherwise, you are letting him too much time to recover. 183 for Oliveira, sending Liberators, trying to do some economic damage. Any mining delay, it's important. That means less Marines, less tanks. Excellent engagement here. So Oliveira coming. Yeah, pushing. He got all these tanks off guard. Wow. Liberator death zone. And the army of Maru is crushed. And Oliveira, the champion of 2023. Thank you for staying here with me. Remember to subscribe. Keanu over.